Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video. Um, Obviously, as I mentioned in my first video, I was being investigated for MS at first. And obviously, if you present yourself with symptoms similar to that of MS, if you've been investigated for FND, the likelihood is that they're going to try and rule out multiple sclerosis as well. And sometimes perhaps it won't be clear from your MRI whether you do have MS or not. The lesions might be too small on your brain or on your spine. They might just give you the brain MRI to begin with, because that's what happened with me. And then I went on to the lumbar puncture to then rule out MS. The lumbar puncture, for me, I've heard so many horror stories about it that I was petrified. Now I know that I shouldn't be, and I don't want everyone else, because they've read a few horror stories, to think that this is going to be absolutely horrendous. So I had mine done at Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge, and basically, you get in, sit down, wait in the waiting area as you do. You get given, a leaflet of information from the nurse, which will essentially just go over the procedure. It will tell you, you might get a headache afterwards. I didn't, thankfully. Just tells you what to expect. Don't engage in any physical activity afterwards, all that jazz. You then go through, you'll sit down with the nurse who's going to do the procedure, and she will basically talk to you and tell you what she's going to do. So you read about it, she tells you. They then make you lay down on a bed with your back facing. I can't do it right now, but with your back facing her, so you're facing the wall in front of you, and you have to arch your back and pull your knees close to your chest with a pillow in between your legs. She'll then feel your back for the perfect point at which to inject the needle. She'll mark it with a pen. I received 3 injections of local anesthetic. I'm not sure, maybe most people just get 2, but you just feel a sharp prick against your spine. Then wait 5 minutes, and then she'll put in the next dose of local anesthetic. Wait another 5 minutes, and then she put the final dose in. And then obviously it was completely numb at this point. I didn't feel anything. And the nurse turned around and said to me that that's the worst bit of it over. And I thought, I didn't even know it had begun. I just felt the local anesthetic go in. Excuse me. And I could, obviously with the numbness, I could feel something was in my spine, drawing the fluid out. And it's in there for about 4 or 5 minutes. And then you can feel it when she pulls it out. It's nothing. But overall, it's not painful at all. You then have to lay flat for 15 to 30 minutes after the procedure's done, and then they gave me a blood test afterwards. And I'd actually say that the blood test hurt more than the actual lumbar puncture procedure itself. So if you're told that you're having a lumbar puncture, I really wouldn't worry about it. Afterwards, it just aches a little bit. It's like when you have a blood test, your arm might ache a little bit just from where the needle's been in. That was literally it. But please don't worry about it too much. Don't read too much into it, because that's genuinely my experience. I know people who have had, who haven't been as fortunate to have a painless experience like I did. But if you go into it thinking that it's going to be bad and it's going to be horrendous, then I'm afraid that's probably likely to exacerbate that feeling, and it probably is likely to be horrendous. But definitely nothing to worry about. And yeah, let me know if you have a lumbar puncture coming up, let me know your experience of it.